Welcome back to the PLD, everyone. I know it's been a little bit. My son got sick. He then was nice enough to give me whatever he had. And then my wife was relieved to find that one morning I woke up and didn't have my voice. Well, to everyone's chagrin, I mostly have it back and just in time to do a video on the newest product by Mantis. A while ago, I did a review on this little device. This is the Mantis X3, which essentially turns your firearm into a dry fire practice pistol. For $150, I really like this product. I have seen noticeable improvement in how I shoot handguns, and I am really glad that I purchased it. Well, now Mantis Systems has come out with a new product that I think puts the X3 to shame. This is the TitanX, a fully self-contained training pistol. Hello YouTube, this is not a firearm. This is not a firearm accessory. Don't do it. Real quick disclosure, Mantis Systems sent over the TitanX for the PLD to use and to keep. There has been no other exchange of funds for this video. Mantis has not in any way interfered with our creative process, our video process. All the information that I have in this video is for me. I didn't have to clear it with anybody. My opinions are my own. They are not being influenced by any outside source. If Mantis Systems sees this video and says, we're not working with this guy ever again, so be it. But as always, I wanted to make that absolutely clear because the PLD cannot be bought. The case comes with the training pistol itself, 2 weighted magazines, a USB-C charger, and instructions on how to set up the TitanX. Now, in the interest of not sounding like an infomercial, I'm not going to go too in-depth about the Mantis Systems phone app, the phone program. I just want to call out that it is a fantastic tool, and with the TitanX, you get to do all of the high-end stuff that you can do with, say, a Blackbeard or Blackbeard X system for an AR-15 trainer. That means that not only can you simply point and shoot, but you can also run drills, including reload drills and dynamic drills with a lot of movement. All you have to do is, while the app is open and searching for a device, long press the button on top of the training pistol and it will sync with the program. But I also want to call out that the TitanX has a laser in the barrel. Every time you pull the trigger, you have a shot placement laser. So technically, you don't even need to use your phone. You can just set up on your wall with a real life target and you are good to go. However, if you want to get the most out of this device, you will need to get the free program for your phone or mobile device. Now, with that said, let's go ahead, and I was about to do a safety check on this. With that said, let's go over the features of the TitanX, the things that I really like about it, and a couple things that, not that I don't like it, but I wish we went a little further with this device. I was actually really pleased to see when I was unboxing the handgun that it looks awfully like the Glock 45. I put my everyday carry right next to this. They share the same dimensions. They have their own little flair to make sure it's not infringing on any copyrights, but this is essentially a Glock 45 or a Glock 19X. The trigger, as you can see, resets after every trigger pull, meaning unlike if you use the X2, the X3, or the X10 system, you don't have to rack the slide each time you pull the trigger. While I am talking about the trigger, it is very much a Glock trigger. There's the same take up, the same pull through mush, and then that reset. This may not be a true Glock trigger that they've ported into the TitanX, but it is a fantastic facsimile, alliteration. It is a great facsimile of the Glock trigger. Mine feels like it's about 5 pounds. As an added feature, the training pistol has an MOS cutout, so you can mount a red dot onto the pistol. That's also really neat. Nothing special to call out about the sights. They are just plain black iron sights. As I said earlier, you have the power and sync button here on top of the would-be slide, and then on the side of the slide you have the USB-C charging port to charge the device. Just like on a real Glock or striker fire pistol or Glock inspired handgun, you have the mag release button, and the magazines work just as you'd expect. Now, I did get a little curious the other day, and we confirmed that you can indeed use real Glock magazines with the Mantis training pistol. Lastly, you have an underbarrel rail, so you can attach a tactical light or a laser to this training pistol. Oh, and I want to call out, it might not work well with this because I've got a 43X holster. The TitanX will fit an array of holsters, so you can practice not only reloading, but drawing from concealed. Overall, the gun feels really good, really solid in the hands. Aaron and I have really enjoyed practicing with this. All right, Aaron, you are going to be doing a reload drill here with the TitanX. You ready?
Yep.
All right, begin. You're out. And now Aaron also wants one. If I were to not have the TitanX or the X3 system, and I was looking for a handgun solution, I would be going with the TitanX. Now, the X3 system still has the TitanX system beat in one area. As I said back in the review video of the X3, this can be mounted on a wide variety of firearms, whereas the TitanX is purely, obviously, just a pistol. But when it comes to a handgun trainer, the TitanX just steals the show. Now, I've gone over the features of this training pistol. I've gone over the things that I like, the things that I really like. I've even given kind of an early conclusion that this is a fantastic trainer. There are things that I would like to change if I had my way, if I had, my magic wand, that I would change about the TitanX. First and most obvious is the weight of the training gun. With the weighted magazine, this comes in just over 1 pound. A fully loaded Glock 45, no accessories, so no light, no red dot, just the gun and a fully loaded 17-round magazine weighs just over 2 pounds. So this is 1/2 of the weight of the gun that it roughly represents. And with that, the weight distribution is also off. I have to be honest, I'm disappointed that there is no weight added to the slide. If they added just a little bit of weight, they could get this up to 2 pounds and it would feel more authentic to a real firearm. And I think that would be a much better realistic experience for the shooter. Keeping with the slide and how the gun reacts, this is another magic wand moment. I would really like to see in another iteration the slide reciprocate to simulate recoil. I know that is a huge ask, and maybe it's completely unrealistic. I'm sure that the designers and the developers and the technicians that spent years building the TitanX looked at doing that, and obviously it just wasn't worth the added headaches of making this product. I would like to have some semblance of recoil, whether that's just when you pull the trigger, something back in the slide knocks the gun. It doesn't have to be a full-fledged recoil, but I would like a little bit of recoil in a Dryfire machine. Again, huge ask and quite possibly an unrealistic ask, but that is something that I would like to see. My final complaint, at least at this point, is regarding the iron sights. I'm, again, dropping the magazine to try to make this safe. The irons, as I said, are simple black iron sights. It feels like a bit of an oversight to have not added white dots to the rear and the front sight. It would make aiming so much easier instead of just lining up the irons. I'm probably just gonna do that with a Sharpie or a little bit of whiteout, but it would have just been a nice final touch on an otherwise very, very, very impressive piece of training kit. At this point, I think it's obvious that I love this product. At launch, the TitanX is going for $200. The X3 is $150. I say that that added $50 is absolutely worth it. You're getting way more. You're getting weighted magazines. You're getting a gun that you don't have to rack the slide after each trigger pull. You're getting a practice training pistol, which means that if you're a person that doesn't like to dry fire ad nauseum, you're not going to be putting additional wear on your handgun. I don't personally care about that, but it is something that I know a lot of people don't like to do. And in general, you are just getting a really good all-around piece of kit. I highly recommend this product, especially if you're looking to improve your pistol shooting and you don't want to be wasting a lot of money on ammunition. If you're not going to be able to get to the range, if you don't even have a range around you, this will allow you to practice and improve your own skill in your own home, in the comfort of your own home, or wherever you might be going. Again, a huge thank you to Mantis Systems for sending over the TitanX. I love it. I'm pretty sure Aaron's gonna be getting one. If you've got any questions on the TitanX, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. Again, I've got a nice pinned comment for this video down there. Let me know what you think of the TitanX. Let me know what you think of Mantis Systems as a whole. I personally really like what they're doing in the firearms community. We have a lot more content coming in the very near future. Don't spend too much time looking up there. That's nothing. Thank you again for all your support. I'm gonna go have some tea to relax my throat. Take care. That's going to do it for this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to the PLD. Go check us out on X, Instagram, phantomllamasden.com. Go follow us on Twitch, where I'm trying to get back into streaming. As always, don't take life too seriously and make it a great day.